Wake up the beast, no, I can't keep
And now, put your hands together for Chelsea Wolf, Anna Kettle, and Jared Christ.
What is up, FFL? I'm so stoked to be here today. So you guys just know you're absolutely in the right place. 1 year ago, I was in that back corner over there. I was scared, broke, timid, and this event single-handedly changed my life as well as the trajectory of my business. And I'm here to talk about today how to write business that actually stays on the books. So can I get a raise of hands from everybody in the audience who has had a chargeback before? A lot of people, okay. Yes, chargebacks suck. We want to try to mitigate those as best as we possibly can. So I have two things I want to go over specifically in the beginning of the call that you can do to help mitigate the chargebacks, cancellations, stuff like that. So number one, you do need to take control of the call in the very beginning. The second the client has the control in the call, you've most likely already lost the sale at that point. So we want to take control. Again, we're the doctors prescribing them the medication. We're the licensed professionals. We know what we're talking about. We know what to give them based on their health and situation, okay? Next, building value, extremely important. So a couple questions I'll go over. I'll be like, hey, John, do you currently have any life insurance in place right now? No? Okay, gotcha. Now, paint me a scenario here. I know this is a little bit morbid, but if anything were to happen to you, who's in charge of taking care of things when you pass away? Okay, that's your wife, Mary? Awesome, okay. Now, can you confidently tell me Mary would be able to take care of funeral, final expenses, the mortgage payment, and your children if you were to pass away tomorrow? Okay, no, got it. All right, so do I have permission to be completely transparent with you then? Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's a luxury for you. This is definitely a necessity we need in order to take care of Mary when you pass away. And then I want to end this with a really quick story. So the importance of life insurance definitely is there. When I was really new to insurance, I obviously was selling a little bit of my warm market, so like friends and family, because I just wanted commission, obviously, to buy leads. Anyways, so I go to my fiance, I'm like, hey, you need a life insurance policy. Never know what's gonna happen, right? And he's like, no, I'm 22 years old. I definitely do not need a life insurance policy. I'm like, okay, yeah, I need a commission, so you need a life insurance policy. Anyways, I built value on that. I was like, hey, listen, if anything happens to you, I'm actually screwed. How am I gonna take care of not medical expenses. How am I gonna take care of the bills? I'm going to be screwed if anything happens to you. He was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. 2 months after I got him the policy, Mutual of Omaha, IULE, by the way. You guys never know what's gonna happen. None of you are invincible. In 2020, I also lost my sister as well. She was 19. So you're never too young for life insurance. Tell your clients that. They need to hear it. So ask the questions.
Let's go. What's up, FFL? Guys, I am so blessed and grateful to be on this stage and share this stage and just talk to all you amazing people. Our topic is, well, I'm gonna be a little bit biased, but I think it's one of the better topics that's up here. You know, we talk about production, and yesterday at the awards dinner, you know, people making $1 million in a year, but no one wants to talk about how much they actually get to keep, right? So who in here wants to be Hall of Fame next year? Who wants to make over 400,000? Should pretty much be everybody, right? Now, how about getting to keep over 90% of that over the next 12 months, right? So everybody who's here, if you're a new agent, you've been here for a while, pen to paper, I'm gonna give you guys my top 3 topics that I can give you in this short amount of time. Number 1 is to be sell with confidence, okay? When I first came into the business, I was not the most confident person straight out of college. This business has taught me to be confident with everything, right? When I'm going through my presentation with my client, right? They rely on me to get them through the process. They want to be led, right? I'm gonna ask the most questions. I'm gonna direct them to the best policy for their family. Sean Mike told me this at one of a meeting at an Ignite, and these people are filling out leads online. They already have a certain amount of trust. They're literally putting all their information on a random form on Facebook. It's your job to keep that trust, that confidence. Don't lose it, right? Number 2 is to sell with integrity. This is probably the most important thing. It is your clients first, not you first, okay? When you're going through the process, the body of your presentation, this is kind of where you're gonna make or break it. This is where you're gonna get, if you're gonna get objections, it's because you didn't do enough time in the body of your presentation, okay? There's a couple things that I really want you guys to take with you on this is, can they afford it? And is it gonna solve their why? Every single client has a problem. It's your job to solve it, right? When you're going through it, there's 2 things they're really gonna keep it with them in the policy. When they're thinking about second guessing that payment, it's what's my why? Can I afford it on the worst month? Okay. Number 3 is painting the picture for your client, right? Anna went over this really well. Guys, if there's no why, there's no reason behind the policy, and you don't give that to them, you don't paint that picture, I want you guys to be freaking Picasso of painting the picture of what that beneficiary's life is gonna look like when their parents die, when their sibling dies, when their cousin dies, their sister, whatever, right? If you guys don't do a good enough job of building that value in that policy, it's gonna cancel, guaranteed, right? When they're second guessing that monthly payment, and then they think of their beneficiary, they're gonna make that payment, right? They're not gonna go get their nails done. They're not gonna buy, well, if you're selling final expense, they're not gonna go buy that pack of cigarettes. They're gonna make that monthly payment, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys with this, okay? In this business, volume is sexy. Persistency is powerful. I'm gonna give this over to Chelsea.
Heck yeah, good job, Jared. Hello, FFL. So I'm gonna be talking about how to keep your clients on the books when you're closing. So number 1, do the things other agents aren't doing. A lot of people are just selling quick, and they never actually follow up with their clients. How many of you guys have called a lead before? They tell you, hey, I already have a policy, I'm good. And then you ask them questions, they have no idea what carrier it's with or who helped them sell that. Has that happened to anyone before? Yes, guys, those are the easiest policies to replace. So how do you make sure your policies don't get replaced? I'm gonna have you write down 4 things. Number 1, have your client save your contact information. I know this sounds super easy and like we should all be doing it, but a lot of agents skip this step. Have your clients save your contact so if they need anything, they can reach out to you. And then I always save my contact or my client's contact as well, so when they call, I know exactly who's calling. And then number 2, have your clients save their policy information and write it all down. So as soon as they get approved, it's like, hey Tom, congrats, you got approved for that policy. Grab that pen and paper, we're gonna write down your policy information. So right away, I'm having them write down their carrier, their policy number, their face amount, and most importantly, I have them write down that premium. So hey Tom, on the 2nd of every month, you're gonna see $150 come out of your bank account. Now, if you ever do not see that come out, make sure you call me right away. We need to make sure this policy stays on the books for your wife, Susie. I want it to be a positive thing that payment's coming out versus a negative thing. Now, number 3, ask for referrals. Guys, referrals are free leads and super easy to do. Everybody knows somebody that needs life insurance, so just ask them. Anytime you can get multiple policies in the same household, the chances of a chargeback is so much lower. And then number 4, most importantly, is follow-up. Follow-up is super important, and one thing I personally do is I write thank you cards to all of my clients. I want them to know, like, hey, I am a real human being. So I write them a thank you card, I thank them for their business and let them know I'm gonna be reaching out to them in a year. And then again, I ask for referrals and I put 5 or 6 of my business cards in there. So if you wanna keep your clients on the books, do the things other agents aren't doing. Thank you.
Woo! All right, you guys, I'm gonna add one last thing really quick. Okay. Everybody take out your phone or write this down really, really fast, okay? If you guys implement this in your business, it's gonna decrease your chargebacks by 50%, guaranteed. This is a huge gold nugget. I gotta give it to my guys in the office for starting to do this at the end of their presentations. This is what you're gonna do, okay? You're going to, right when you're done closing them, everything is good, you're gonna keep them on the phone and be, okay, John, I'm gonna go ahead and get us on a recorded line really quick to go ahead and close out this policy. Go ahead and state your first and last name, okay, then your social. Okay, great, now do you authorize Americo to draft this $100 a month premium on the 15th of the month every month? Yes, okay, and the next 12 months you're gonna make your payments? Yes.
Who you a fool for this? Who you a fool for this?
Gang, gang. Let her cook.